This year is the first year that I tried to do a little bit of container gardening. Here where I live in Florida, it's pretty hot and wet most of the time, and I've really struggled with it this year. I have seemed to have had some luck with green peppers until we just got our crap load of rain. And up until then, my peppers were looking gorgeous. But I came out here today, since it's just cloudy and not really rainy, to try and dig through here and see if I can salvage any of these peppers. Maybe get them in the freezer and see what I can do. This is I think it's a squash plant. I planted from seed. I didn't mark it. It's a fatal flaw I had this year. I didn't mark anything I planted. And then I have, this is a tomato plant. And the leaves are kind of looking funky. I'm not really sure if it's from the excessive rain we've had or what, but there were a couple tomatoes on here the other day, but I don't see them now. Don't know if they fell off or what. I do have a tomato on this one, and this I believe is a better bush. All of my jalapenos have gone red. One of them is like rotten. I've had a pretty good turnout with this one tree or bush. It did fall over in a storm and half of it broke off. So I'm out here today. There's ants on the leaves, just trying to assess what's going on. I'm going to pick all these red peppers and see if here's a nice green one. See if I can do anything with them. And then I have another green pepper plant over here, and I'm going to try and pick those off and see. They're not very big yet, but I'd rather get them off of there than risk losing them. And I have all of these little tiny peppers. I'm really not sure what they are. Must have been some sort of seed I planted that was just listed as a pepper. But they're little, they start out as little green balls and turn green and orange and yellow. So, I don't know. They're growing and producing fruit, so just gonna let it go and see what happens. But anyways, I just thought I'd come out and show you what I'm trying to do in buckets this year. Hopefully it's a learning process, and as years go by, I'll get a little better at it. And that's it for now. I did just want to add that this is a plant called a Cubanelle pepper. I did buy it from a start at the store, and it has by far been my best pepper producer. I've pickled a few jars of these peppers. It's fallen over in the wind 2 or 3 times, and the last time it fell over I had to run out in the rain and prop it up with these little tiki torches. But I think it might have finally been damaged to the point where it's not going to do any more. So I'm going to clean the peppers off of here and see what I can get off of it. And then see if maybe it looks like it does have little soon to be flowers on there. So hopefully I can save it. It's heartbreaking when you walk out and see your plants torn up by the storms and wind and such. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off as much fruit as I can get from these plants today, and maybe I'll give you a final shot of what I find. Okay, so I just brought in the peppers that I cut off of my plants. I was surprised at how much I really got. There's the Cubanelle pepper that are nice and mild. Don't know what these are. I'm gonna cut into one and see if I can figure out if they're hot or mild or what they are. I got some nice green peppers. I have been able to use a few of them that I've grown so far. I did take my jalapenos that were still out there. A lot of them look like, look like this. They're red and green. On one side they're green, one side they're red. I'm guessing because they were left on there too long. But I'm going to slice them up and see if I can't pickle them, see how they turn out. No sense in just throwing them away before I really know. But there were some. This is a Cubanelle that was kind of waterlogged on the end, and a bell pepper, and a couple of the jalapenos that were really not worth saving. Hopefully our rain is going to stop sometime soon. But what I'm going to do with these is, instead of just throwing them in the compost, I'm going to go ahead and take out the seeds and see if, especially on the jalapeno, because that was a really good producer for me this year. So I am going to try my hand at saving some of these seeds, and I'm going to get to work on probably freezing the green peppers and pickling the other peppers. But that was my pepper harvest for July. Thanks for watching.